There were two reasons I started documenting my carnivore lifestyle on YouTube. The first one was because I was seeing such amazing results with, inflammation, weight loss, mental health, anxiety, brain fog, energy levels. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to share. I just wanted to share. I was so excited, especially in the beginning. And I'm still excited about carnivore, low carb, keto, whatever you do. Now I continue to share, and I'm going to continue to share because a lot of times the messaging is just not out there and you're fighting against all the marketing. And I guarantee, I'd say 8 to 9 out of 10 people do not associate what they're eating, because they're probably eating what they've been told is healthy. And they don't associate that with the health problems they have because physicians don't ask you what you're eating most of the time. I've had, a myriad of autoimmune illnesses, different types, and never have I ever been asked, oh, well, what are you eating? Because people just don't associate that. In the healthcare system, the Western healthcare system is really for once you're sick. I'm going to continue to get the message out there that what you eat, specifically what you are eating, is causing you to feel sick. We are told over and over and over through marketing and have our entire lives that, oatmeal is good. You want oatmeal for breakfast. You want to give your kids lots of fruits and vegetables and grains, as the base of their diet. And this is 3 generations now. Yeah, my parents, my generation, my children. It's actually been 3 to 4 generations that we've been taught this because it started 50s, 60s with this messaging. And you have to realize, people don't realize that messaging and that marketing is pervasive and it's been a part of our lives every day, our entire lives. And it does affect how we raise our children. It does affect it was the reason that we were raised the same way, that way. And so I do continue to make videos and talk about, eating a low carb diet, for me specifically carnivore, and how important it is to eat whole foods, animal products, to be the majority of the food that I eat. I don't eat processed food. I don't eat sugar, and it was not easy getting off of those. But I do think it's important to just continue to talk about it because, it takes people several times of hearing it for it to sink in. And we have to continue to get that message out that what you're eating is affecting many things. And one of the things I noticed in all of the testimonials that I have heard and listened to, through videos on YouTube and Instagram is I've never heard someone say, yeah, I cut out, junk food and processed food and my mental health got worse. That's never ever been. Just switching to whole food and getting enough protein and fat will do wonders for people. Maybe it's going to be easier and you can think about it and think, okay, I can attain a small goal of just cutting out, snacks. And then the second thing could be, okay, now I've cut the snacks. Maybe I can cut out grains, that kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be the way I did it, which was just cut everything out. One day I was eating some cake, and then the next day I was eating just beef. It just depends on what your goals are, what you are healing, what you want to heal. And it's probably a combination of things. I was healing like 4 or 5 things. People don't associate that message. They don't associate what they're eating to how they're feeling. There is a enormous disconnect to, now maybe they might associate, oh, I just ate some really greasy, carb-heavy Mexican or Asian food and now have to go to the bathroom. They might connect that, but they aren't connecting, oh, this is what's giving me non-alcoholic fatty liver or making me, have an autoimmune flare-up or all the IBS, that kind of thing. They just do not, most people just don't associate that because, I don't know, it's just a disconnect. So when I was trying to be healthy and lose weight, I was doing everything. I was following these dietary guidelines and I was doing everything I was supposed to. I was eating lots of leafy greens and sweet potatoes, not white potatoes, but sweet potatoes and brown rice, very little protein, and oatmeal and protein shakes with sugar in them, just a little, it's fine. And on and on and on. Oh, well, you could have a little bit of this ice cream because it's, this brand, and never ever looked at ingredients, never turned a package around, bought all 90% of our food was in a package. Never looked at the ingredient list. That's important. You need to look at what is in the food. And I know that sounds like, oh, what do you mean? I would never think to do that. Yeah, you need to start looking at what's in your food and realizing, okay, this isn't really food. It's edible, barely, but it's not food. It's not going to do anything. It's, like I said, it's edible, but it's not going to make you feel your best, especially if it's really processed. So whole foods is always going to be the way to go. But we definitely need more protein than we realize, and we need to eat fatty red meat. I eat salads with chicken, skinless, boneless chicken breast. I ate that to death and just kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker. Nobody taught me. I even went to a nurse practitioner for something a couple of years ago and said, it was a woman, and I'd like to lose weight. And I wasn't obese. I was overweight for sure, but I was not obese. And I said, can you help me? Because it said something in the advertising in the clinic, oh, we help women weight management. And she's like, well, you probably really don't need any weight medicine, like, any kind of medicine. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, at least. And this was not based on any blood work or anything. It was just that I was like, I want to lose some weight. So she's like, well, here's somebody's number. She's a friend of mine. She can help you come up with an eating plan. This was just some person, I was like, okay. And that was, I reached out to the person and they helped me a little bit with meal plans and stuff, but it just didn't work for me because, just not good advice and a good way of eating for me. It was a little bit more whole foods, so that's, helpful, but yeah, that didn't work. I might have lost 2 pounds in 3 months, but I was hungry all the time and I was, calorie restricting. A carnivore diet has worked out the best for me because I don't get hungry. I get full and I'm satisfied. I'm not constantly, thinking about food like I was and what's going to be next and buying tons and tons of ingredients for recipes that I hated to make. It was so expensive because this wonderful soup takes 20 ingredients, like including the spices and everything. That just didn't work for me. And now, I eat the same 4, 5, 6 things every day, and we have very little food waste. Very little food waste. Now that I've moved into maintenance in my carnivore lifestyle, I'm still making videos because it's so important to just continue to get that message out there. Eating a whole foods, animal-based carnivore diet of some, it's a spectrum. I'm not saying you have to do it the way I do it. You can do it. You need to do it the way that works for you, that you can continue to do and make progress and to heal. But I am going to continue to talk about it because it has improved my life. It has changed my life. So thank you so much for watching.